Your 80 years grandpa did not need an appointment to change his oil. He did not need a certified technician. He did not need a proprietary fluid with the license number printed on the bottle. He pulled his truck into the driveway, slid under it with a wrench, and 20 minutes later, the job was done. The oil cost $2 a quart. The filter cost $4, and the engine it protected ran for 200,000 miles without complaint. Today you open the hood of your 2020 vehicle and you find a wall of plastic. You slide under it and find another wall of plastic. When you finally locate the drain plug, you discover the filter housing is made of a material your wise grandpa would have thrown in the trash. And if you manage to change the oil anyway, without the dealer's product, your warranty is at risk. You are not imagining this. The oil change, the most fundamental act of mechanical self-reliance, has been systematically dismantled. Not by accident, not by progress, but by design. In this investigation, we are going to expose exactly how it happened. We are going to show you the plastic blockade they built around your engine. We are going to show you the proprietary oil trap that turned a $15 task into an $80 service appointment. We are going to show you the filter housing that was designed to destroy itself in the wrong hands. And we are going to show you the extended interval deception that turns your engine into a time bomb. If you care about protecting your vehicle with real facts instead of marketing hype, hit that subscribe button right now. The first crime happened before you ever opened the hood. For most of the 20th century, changing oil required three things: a wrench, a drain pan, and the ability to lie on your back for 15 minutes. Every car built before roughly 2005 gave you unobstructed access to the drain plug. You could see it. You could reach it. You could do it in your driveway in the time it took to drink a cup of coffee. It was the simplest maintenance task. Then they covered it. Manufacturers began sealing the undersides with multi-panel plastic covers. Aerodynamics, they said. Fuel economy, they said. What they built was a barrier between you and your own engine. To change your oil now, you must first locate the correct access panel among the 3 or 4 panels covering the underside. You must remove it using plastic clips designed to become brittle and break after 3 to 5 years of heat cycling. The first time you remove it cleanly, you feel accomplished. The third time you are holding a broken clip in your hand. A clip that costs $6 to $12 a piece from the dealer and is not available at any hardware store. Quick lube chains have responded in the most predictable way. They skip reinstalling the panels. Customers have driven away with plastic covers hanging loose, dragging on the highway, creating a damage risk. The NHTSA complaint database contains exactly these reports. The aerodynamic benefit of a plastic underbody panel is not something manufacturers have made available to consumers in published fuel economy validation data. What is available is this. Every oil change on a modern vehicle now requires professional lift equipment, time, and a parts account. The benefit to the service revenue model is measurable in billions of dollars per year. They did not cover your engine to protect it. They covered it to protect their revenue. But getting under the car is only the first obstacle. The second crime is what they did to the oil itself. Walk into any auto parts store in America and you will find an entire wall of motor oil, dozens of brands, dozens of viscosities. Most of it is engineered to protect any engine built in the last 50 years. Your grandpa used Pennzoil 10W30. Your father used Castrol GTX. Both of those men drove engines to 250,000 miles, and the oil cost them $2 a quart. Today, if you own a BMW, a Mercedes-Benz, or a Volkswagen, none of that oil is approved for your engine. Not because it would damage your engine. Because it does not carry the manufacturer's certification number. BMW created the specification series. General Motors created Dexos. Mercedes-Benz created the MB229 standard. Volkswagen created the 504.00 and 507.00 specifications. Oil companies must pay a licensing fee and pass testing to carry the certification. The certified oil costs $8 to $12 a quart. The non-certified equivalent that meets the same performance grade costs $4 to $6 a quart. The difference over a vehicle's lifetime runs into hundreds of dollars. Document the use of non-certified oil and your powertrain warranty claim can be denied. This is the trap. The specification is owned by the manufacturer. The dealer sells the certified product at 3 to 4 times retail markup. You pay it or you void the warranty. But what happened when the proprietary oil met the proprietary engine? General Motors introduced the active fuel management cylinder deactivation system across its V8 engines in popular trucks and SUVs around 2007. The system required the use of Dexo's certified oil. Owners followed the instructions and used the certified oil. They followed the extended change intervals recommended by the oil life monitoring system. And then the engines started burning oil, 1 quart every 1,000 miles. Owners discovered critically low oil levels between scheduled changes. The suit alleged that General Motors knew about the oil consumption issue and did not disclose it to consumers. The certified oil did not save those engines, but it generated certification revenue and repair revenue when they failed. The oil trap requires one more mechanism. The third crime is how they designed the hardware to punish DIY owners. There was a time when the oil filter was a triumph of simple. A steel canister, a thread, a rubber gasket. You put a band wrench on it, a $6 tool available at any hardware store, and you removed it. You could not over-tighten it to destruction because steel does not strip. You could not crack it because steel does not crack. The filter was built for the driveway. Beginning in the mid-2000s, most major manufacturers replaced the steel spin on canister with a cartridge filter. The reasoning given was environmental, less material, less waste per oil change. The reasoning that was not given is this. Plastic housings have torque specifications measured in foot-pounds. Exceed those specifications even slightly and the plastic threads strip. Exceed them more and the housing cracks. General Motors placed plastic cartridge filter housing on its 3.6-liter V6 engine. Volkswagen 2.0-liter TSY engine carries its filter housing directly adjacent to the turbocharger, where heat cycling degrades the housing. Independent mechanics treat it as a scheduled failure. Here is what happens when a quick lube technician meets a plastic filter housing. He tightens it as he would tighten a steel filter. The threads strip. The housing cracks. You leave believing your oil was changed. 3 days later, there is oil on your driveway. You return. They deny responsibility. The dealer quotes $300 to $800 for an oil filter housing replacement. Jiffy Lube faced class action litigation over service failures. A national television investigation in 2016 documented locations billing for work never done. The company settled. The plastic housing design was not changed. The plastic housing does not protect your engine. It punishes the person not using the dealership. A steel canister survives an over-tightened amateur. A plastic housing does not. That design choice was made by engineers who knew the difference. This is not incompetence. This is architecture. And if all of that fails to stop you, there is one more mechanism waiting. In 1980, every mechanic in America told you the same thing. Change your oil every 3,000 miles. It was conservative and simple. Engines maintained on that interval regularly reached 300,000 miles. It was the standard that kept your engine alive. Then, in the 2000s, manufacturers introduced oil life monitoring systems. General Motors recommended 7,500 miles. Ford recommended 10,000 miles. BMW system recommended 15,000 to 20,000 miles. They told consumers this was science. Better oil chemistry. Smarter monitoring. Changing oil at 3,000 miles, they said, was turbocharged engines. Now the majority of new vehicles sold are particularly vulnerable. The turbocharger bearing is lubricated by engine oil under extreme heat. Mechanics who service both extended interval and short interval turbocharged vehicles document a consistent pattern. Turbocharger failures appear disproportionately in vehicles run on manufacturer-recommended long intervals. A turbocharger replacement runs $1,500 to $4,000. The extended interval that saved 4 oil changes saved roughly $240. The repair contributed to cost 15 times that. Subaru recommended 7,500-mile intervals for its FB series engines in the Forester and Outback from 2011 to 2015. Class action litigation alleged that those engines consumed oil at rates producing critically low levels between changes. Owners following the instructions found their engines running nearly dry. The settlement provided extended warranty coverage. It did not return the engines that were already gone. Subaru owners learned this the hard way. The extended interval did not emerge from engineering breakthroughs. It emerged from a calculation. Fewer oil changes mean fewer visits to the service bay. Fewer visits mean fewer opportunities to find problems. More accumulated engine wear means larger repair bills, or an engine replacement, or a new vehicle purchase. The 3,000-mile rule was not wasteful. They called it obsolete because it kept your engine running too long. So, what is the solution? The solution is the same thing it has always been. Do not let them make you afraid of your own property. If you own a vehicle manufactured before 2005, especially with a naturally aspirated engine, maintain it. Change that oil at 5,000 miles with any name brand conventional oil. That engine wants to run forever. If you drive a modern turbocharged vehicle, ignore the oil life monitor. Change at 5,000 miles. Buy the certified oil from a wholesale retailer, not from the dealer. Bring your own oil to an independent mechanic you trust, not a quick lube chain. The difference between an engine that reaches 200,000 miles and one that dies at 80,000 is a $60 oil change. If you are buying a vehicle, research the oil filter housing on the specific engine before you sign anything. Find out if it is steel or plastic. Find out what it costs to replace. That information is in the repair forum. They designed the plastic cover, the proprietary oil, and the extended interval as a system. Every piece serves the same purpose, to make you dependent on their service network. Keep you paying for a task your grandfather performed in 15 minutes with a wrench and a drain pan. The driveway has not disappeared. The wrench has not changed. The only thing that changed is what they put between you and your engine.